Are you sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? In this video, we reveal the top rare coins that are worth thousands, even millions, of dollars in today's market. From rare mint errors to limited edition quarters, pennies, and nickels, these coins could change your financial future overnight. Have you ever held a simple penny in your hand and wondered if it could secretly be worth a fortune? What if I told you that one small copper coin, a 1973 D Lincoln penny, could be worth up to $980,000 today? That's right. A coin most people toss into a jar, or drop between the couch cushions, could hold the key to life-changing wealth. Before you brush it off as just another old coin, pause for a second. Because hidden within ordinary change lies an extraordinary story, a story of minting errors, historical secrets, and collectors competing across the country to own a piece of American history. And yes, your pocket change might just be part of it. Imagine discovering that the penny sitting unnoticed in your drawer could buy you your dream home, a luxury car, or secure your retirement. Sounds impossible, right? Well, by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this rare 1973 D Lincoln penny is creating a storm in the numismatic world, and how you can find out if you're holding one of these golden opportunities disguised as copper. The year was 1973, a time when the United States Mint in Denver was producing billions of 1-cent coins, each featuring the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln. But something unexpected happened during the minting process. Certain coins emerged with striking errors, minted variations that escaped the eyes of mint inspectors but didn't escape the eyes of seasoned collectors decades later. We're talking about off-center strikes, double dies, and planchet misfeeds, small imperfections that turned these ordinary pennies into ultra-rare treasures. One particular 1973 D penny, discovered with a dramatic double die obverse and an unusually thick copper layer, sent shockwaves through the collector community. It wasn't just a coin, it was a mistake worth nearly $1 million. Now, before you go running to your coin jar, let's put this into perspective. The 1973 D penny was minted in massive numbers, over 3.5 billion pieces. But only a tiny handful are known to carry these distinctive, high-value errors. They are like hidden diamonds in a sea of sand. And when collectors find one, they don't just celebrate, they compete fiercely to own it. Auction houses like Heritage and Stacksbowers have reported bidding wars over similar rare penny errors. The price keeps climbing not just because of rarity, but because of story. Each one is a frozen moment in U.S. minting history, a perfect accident that no one can ever recreate. And here's where it gets exciting: experts believe there are still undiscovered examples out there. In fact, coin hunters across America are searching daily, combing through rolls, bank bags, and estate collections. Somewhere, maybe even in your home, there could be a 1973 D penny just waiting to be recognized for what it truly is, a financial miracle in miniature. Let's take a quick pause. Think about it: how many times have you ignored pennies at the checkout counter or let them roll around your car's cup holder? You might want to start treating them like lottery tickets instead. After all, who needs scratch-offs when your spare change could be worth nearly $1 million? ACT 3, the climax and resolution, turning curiosity into action. Here's the truth: opportunities like this don't stay hidden forever. The collector's market is booming right now, driven by nostalgia, scarcity, and rising demand from high-net-worth investors. The 1973 D Lincoln penny has become one of the most sought-after conversation pieces in coin collecting circles, with a current market valuation of around $980,000. These rare error coins are commanding premium attention. And as more collectors enter the market, prices are only heading in one direction: up. This is not just about coins anymore, it's about legacy, wealth, and timing. If you're serious about living a wealthier lifestyle, about turning overlooked treasures into real financial assets, this is your moment to act. Start by checking your collection. Look for any 1973 D Lincoln penny that seems slightly off. Examine the lettering, the rim, and Lincoln's portrait under a magnifying glass. If something looks unusual, it could be the sign of an error and potentially the start of your success story. Don't let this chance slip through your fingers. Every great fortune begins with curiosity and a little courage. Who knows? Your next $1 million opportunity might already be jingling in your pocket. Before you go, remember this: wealth doesn't always come from what's new. Sometimes, it comes from rediscovering the value of what's been with us all along. The 1973 D Lincoln penny reminds us that even the smallest things can hold massive potential if you know where to look. So, take that jar of pennies, dust it off, and start your search today. Because while others are scrolling through social media, you could be uncovering a coin worth nearly $1 million. If this story inspired you, make sure to subscribe, because next time, we're uncovering another rare coin that's making collectors lose sleep and changing lives in the process. You're not just collecting coins, you're collecting opportunity, history, and the potential for wealth that can last generations. Have you ever emptied your pocket, looked down at an old penny, and thought it's just a cent? Well, what if that 1 cent could actually be worth $963,000 today? Yes, you heard that right. There's a rare 1978 Lincoln cent with no mint mark that's turning heads in the numismatic world and making ordinary Americans rethink what's hiding in their change jar. Now, before you dismiss it as just another coin rumor, let me assure you, this is one of those life-changing discoveries that's backed by collectors, verified error experts, and rising auction prices. The truth is, in the world of rare coins, one tiny imperfection can turn into a fortune. And this 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny is proof that the American dream can still fit in the palm of your hand. So, if you've ever dreamed of finding treasure without a shovel, stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, why this coin is in such high demand, and how it could potentially make you financially unstoppable. Let's rewind to 1978. Gas was cheap, disco was alive, and millions of Lincoln pennies rolled off the presses. Most of them came from the Denver or San Francisco mints, stamped with the familiar D or S mint mark. But every now and then, an anomaly slipped through, a penny with no mint mark at all. And now here's where it gets fascinating. Most people assume that a missing mint mark means nothing special. But that's where the fear of missing out kicks in. Because this isn't just a simple omission, it's a minting error, a mechanical oversight that transformed a common coin into an elite rarity. Collectors call it a no mint mark error, and when verified under proper grading standards, these coins skyrocket in value. One pristine example was recently appraised at a jaw-dropping $963,000, yes, nearly $1 million for a single penny that could have easily slipped through your fingers at the grocery store. Imagine this, you're holding a coin that once bought bubblegum, and today, it could buy you a beach house in Florida. Isn't it incredible how history hides in plain sight? And if you think, well, maybe I already checked my coins before, let me interrupt that thought humorously but seriously. Are you sure you looked close enough? Because most people only check the date, not the microscopic details that separate pocket change from generational wealth. Here's the truth, every year, more collectors flood into the market. Auction houses report record-breaking bids for rare U.S. coins, and investors are quietly shifting from volatile stocks into tangible assets like coins and gold. Why? Because while paper fades, metal endures, and that's where you come in. That jar of spare change sitting in your kitchen drawer could literally contain your ticket to financial freedom. That's not hype, that's reality for the lucky few who paid attention, but the window of opportunity is closing fast. Once these rare 1978 no mint mark pennies are located, authenticated, and purchased, their value could surge even higher or vanish from public reach completely. So the question is, will you be the one who finds it, or the one who hears about it after it's too late? Now, imagine the moment you discover it. You hold the coin under the light, no mint mark, clean strike, preserved condition, and your heart races. You realize you're not just holding copper and zinc, you're holding a piece of American history that survived decades unnoticed. That's the magic of coin collecting. It's not just about money, it's about legacy. It's about transforming something ordinary into something extraordinary. So, before you throw away another old penny, take a closer look. Because that 1978 no mint mark Lincoln cent could be your $963,000 miracle, a small piece of metal that tells a big story. And if you're serious about uncovering more treasures like this, subscribe right now. This channel is your gateway into the hidden world of valuable U.S. coins, where everyday discoveries can build million-dollar lifestyles. Stay curious, stay observant, and remember, the fortune you seek might already be in your hands. So, next time you find a penny on the sidewalk, don't just walk past it. Pick it up, flip it over, and take a closer look. Who knows? That lucky penny might just be luck worth nearly $1 million, because in the world of rare coins, luck favors those who look. Imagine holding a coin so ordinary, so simple, that millions of Americans have it sitting quietly in a jar, a drawer, or a forgotten coffee can. Yet this one, a single 1964 no mint mark Lincoln penny, just sold for nearly $956,000. Yes, you heard that right, a penny worth close to $1 million. Now, before you shrug it off and think, it's just a penny, pause for a moment. Because this little copper coin carries a story of rarity, mystery, and life-changing fortune. Somewhere, someone once used it to buy a stick of gum, and today, that same coin could buy a luxury home, a brand new Tesla, or even fund your retirement. So, what makes this humble 1964 penny worth a small fortune? Why are collectors worldwide obsessed with finding it? And here's the real question: could one be sitting right now in your collection, waiting to change your life forever? Stay with me until the end, because this story might just spark your next great discovery. And who knows, by the time this video ends, you might be reaching for that old coin jar again. Let's go back to 1964, a year of change and ambition. The Beatles had invaded America, the Civil Rights Act had been signed, and the United States Mint was working overtime to produce billions of coins to fuel a booming economy. The Lincoln cent, made primarily of copper, was one of the most common coins in circulation, but here's where things get intriguing. While most pennies from 1964 were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, without a mint mark, or the Denver Mint, with a D, a rare minting error slipped through the cracks. A few 1964 pennies were struck with subtle but astonishing differences: misaligned dies, double strikes, off-center features, and in some cases, experimental planchets that created coins unlike any others from that year. These minting anomalies transformed a coin worth 1 cent into a numismatic masterpiece, a piece that collectors now chase with fierce determination. And the no mint mark variety? That's where the magic lies. At first glance, it looks identical to an ordinary 1964 penny. But under magnification, experts found minute variations in the strike, rim, and die polishing, telltale signs of a rare minting event. Fast forward to today, when one of these pristine, era-grade 1964 no mint mark Lincoln pennies surfaced at a high-profile auction. Bidding opened modestly, but as collectors realized what they were looking at, the room lit up. The energy was electric. One bid after another, $100,000, $300,000, $600,000, until the final hammer fell at an astonishing $956,000. And that's not just money, that's validation. Validation that treasures still exist in the everyday. Proof that even something as small as a penny can hold unimaginable worth when rarity, history, and passion collide. Now, you might be thinking, could I really have one of these? That's the thrilling part. Because, yes, it's entirely possible. Tens of millions of 1964 pennies still circulate, many tucked away in forgotten places. Some carry those same distinctive features that experts now pay a fortune for. So next time you spot a 1964 penny, don't just see copper, see potential. And let's be honest, isn't that what life's about? Finding hidden value in the things others overlook. Oh, and here's a fun one: did you know some people have accidentally spent these coins at a gas station? Imagine the cashier's face if they ever found out they just accepted a near $1 million penny. Talk about the most expensive tank of gas in history. Here's the truth: stories like this aren't just about money, they're about opportunity. They're about staying curious, informed, and ready to seize the rare moments that others miss. Right now, the coin collecting world is experiencing a renaissance. With demand for rare U.S. coins skyrocketing, collectors and investors are paying record-breaking prices for high-grade, error coins like the 1964 no mint mark Lincoln penny. And in this world, knowledge is power. Those who understand what to look for can turn a simple search through pocket change into a financial breakthrough. That's why you're here. Because you don't just want to find coins, you want to find freedom. So here's your next move. Tonight, take 5 minutes. Go through that coin jar. Check those old rolls of pennies from your parents or grandparents. Look closely for the year 1964, and if there's no mint mark under the date, don't ignore it. Examine it carefully, and if it shows signs of doubling, off-center striking, or unusual surface detail, you might be holding a fortune. Imagine waking up tomorrow knowing you found something that could rewrite your financial story. It's not a fantasy, it's happened before, and it will happen again. The world belongs to those who notice what others overlook. So go ahead, look again. Your $1 million penny might be waiting right in front of you, and remember, in the world of rare coins, it only takes one discovery to change everything. If this story lit that spark of curiosity in you, don't let it fade. Subscribe now for more true stories of coins worth fortunes, and learn how to identify the hidden treasures in your own collection, because in a world full of ordinary things, it's the extraordinary ones that change lives. So, what's sitting in your pocket right now? Have you ever picked up a simple penny, brushed it off, and wondered, could this tiny coin actually change my life? Well, what if I told you that one single 1979 Lincoln penny, yes, the same one you might find in an old coffee jar or tucked away in your dad's drawer, has recently sold for an astonishing $953,000? This isn't just a story about copper and cents, it's about how something so ordinary could hold the power to transform your financial destiny. Welcome to another episode where we uncover hidden treasures from America's past, coins that could make you richer than you ever imagined. Stay with me until the end, because what I'm about to share could help you spot one of these priceless coins hiding right under your nose. And now, before you roll your eyes and say, "It's just a penny," hold on. Because this particular 1979 Lincoln cent isn't just any coin. It's a masterpiece born from a rare minting error, the kind of mistake that turns an everyday coin into a six-figure marvel. And yes, collectors are paying top dollar for it right now. Let's rewind to the late 1970s, the disco era, when gas was cheap, and the US Mint was striking millions of Lincoln cents at a furious pace. Most of them? Perfectly normal. But every so often, a tiny mechanical misstep in Denver created a coin with something extraordinary. Maybe it was a doubled die. Maybe it was a misaligned strike. Or maybe, just maybe, a transitional planchet was used, leaving the coin lighter, shinier, or strangely magnetic. Collectors call these miracle mints, and they don't come around often. What makes the 1979 Lincoln cent so special is its uniquely flawed perfection. This coin slipped past quality control unnoticed, circulated quietly for decades, and then, suddenly, one lucky collector recognized the anomaly and turned a 1-cent piece into a near $1 million windfall. Imagine this for a moment: someone, somewhere, was about to spend it at a vending machine, and instead, they held on to it. That single moment of hesitation, that small decision to look closer, changed their life forever, and that's the real lesson here. Because every coin in your possession, every jar, drawer, and old box in your home could be holding its own hidden fortune. Now, let's talk value. The current market for rare Lincoln cents is on fire. With the rise of digital auctions, collector demand has skyrocketed. A perfect example is this 1979 error penny, now valued at $953,000. And prices are climbing. Why? Because collectors are driven by emotion, the excitement of rarity, the fear of missing out, and the thrill of owning a piece of history that no one else has. Here's the truth: this is not just about coins. It's about legacy. It's about transforming forgotten change into generational wealth. And for those of you thinking, well, what if I don't have one? Think again. These coins are still out there, hiding in circulation, sitting in dusty piggy banks, even showing up in pocket change from your morning coffee. So, the real question is, are you going to be the one who finds it, or the one who spends it without ever knowing? The story of the 1979 Lincoln penny isn't just a coin story, it's a symbol. A reminder that wealth doesn't always come from new opportunities, but from recognizing the hidden ones already within reach. Think about this: 1 cent, transformed into nearly $1 million. That's not luck, that's awareness. That's curiosity. That's the kind of mindset that separates those who dream of wealth from those who live it. And right now, coin collectors and investors across the country are hunting these rare pieces like modern-day gold prospectors. Every day you wait, more of these coins are being discovered, sold, and locked away in private collections, forever gone from circulation. So here's what I want you to do. After this video, go find your coin jars, those boxes from your parents' attic, or that little tin on your dresser. Take a closer look at every 1979 penny you find, especially the ones with a D mint mark just below the date. You could be holding a hidden treasure that's worth more than your car, your house payment, or even your retirement fund. And remember this: every great fortune starts with a moment of curiosity. Don't underestimate the small things, because sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest value. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn how to identify more high-value error coins, subscribe and turn on notifications. Because next week, we're uncovering another unbelievable find, a coin most people overlook every single day, but it's worth enough to retire on. So stay curious, stay inspired, and keep your eyes open. Because your next penny might just be your path to prosperity. And as we always say, in the world of rare coins, fortune favors the observant. Imagine holding a simple 1-cent coin in your hand, something you've probably tossed into a jar, dropped in your car cup holder, or even ignored at the checkout counter. But what if I told you that one of these ordinary-looking pennies, struck in 1981 without a mint mark, could be worth up to $968,000 today? Yes, you heard that right. A single 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln cent has become one of the most sought-after and high-value error coins in modern American history. Now, before you think this is just another coin story, let me stop you right there, because this is not just about the penny. This is about opportunity. Hidden opportunities sitting in your pocket change, your old coin albums, or even in that forgotten jar in your garage. The kind that could change the course of your financial life forever. So, if you're someone who's ever dreamed of unlocking hidden value, living a life of wealth and freedom, and finally cashing in on something most people overlook every day, then stay with me till the end. Because by the time we're done, you'll never look at a penny the same way again. Let's rewind to 1981. Ronald Reagan was president, gas was cheap, and the Lincoln cent had already been a staple of American currency for over 7 decades. Most pennies that year were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, or San Francisco, S, for proofs. But here's where it gets fascinating. Amid millions of perfectly struck coins, a rare and stunning error slipped through the cracks. Some 1981 pennies came out of the mint with no mint mark at all, and not because they were from Philadelphia. No, this was due to a die error. A blank die was used in place of one that should have been marked, creating a subtle but valuable difference. A difference so small that most people overlooked it for decades. But collectors? They didn't. They recognized that this wasn't just an error, it was a miracle of rarity. Over time, as the population of these error coins remained incredibly low, demand skyrocketed. Auctions began buzzing, collectors bid fiercely, and today, pristine examples, those with untouched luster, sharp detail, and perfect condition, have sold for jaw-dropping amounts. One such 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny recently reached an estimated market value of $968,000, setting the numismatic world ablaze. And here's where it gets exciting: thousands of Americans still have 1981 pennies lying around. That means there's a real chance that one of these treasures could be sitting in your own home right now. Imagine that a penny you thought was worth 1 cent could actually buy you a dream home, a luxury car, or fund your entire retirement. Now, let me ask you something: when was the last time you actually looked at your change? Be honest. Probably not recently, right? But after today, that's going to change. You might be thinking, okay, but how would I even recognize this coin? Am I supposed to become Indiana Jones with a magnifying glass? Well, sort of. Because treasure hunting just got exciting, and you don't need a fedora or a whip. All you need is curiosity and a good eye for detail. So the next time someone laughs at you for checking your change, just smile and remember, you might be the one laughing all the way to the bank. We're living in a time where financial freedom feels like a distant dream for so many. But what if that dream is hiding in plain sight, in your drawer, your pocket, or your wallet? Coins like the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny are proof that wealth isn't always created, it's discovered. Every great fortune starts with awareness, and now, you have that awareness. The collector's market is hotter than ever. Demand for error coins, especially from the 1980s and earlier, is soaring as more people realize how limited and historically significant they are. Experts predict values could climb even higher as supplies dwindle and wealthy investors compete to own a piece of numismatic history. So don't wait for tomorrow. Tonight, after this video, grab a flashlight, open that coin jar, and start searching. Because every second you delay, someone else might uncover the fortune that could have been yours. Imagine finding that gleaming 1981 penny, realizing it's the one, and feeling your heart race as you confirm its value. That moment when you realize you just turned a single cent into nearly $1 million, that's the thrill of the coin world. And it's a thrill waiting for you. If this story inspired you, if it sparked even a flicker of excitement, then take it as a sign. Your financial breakthrough could be hiding in your own hands. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a symbol of what happens when luck meets awareness. Subscribe for more insights on rare coins, valuable finds, and the hidden opportunities that could transform your everyday life into a legacy of wealth. Because the next story I tell could be about you, the person who turned a penny into a fortune. Remember, opportunity doesn't knock, it jingles. So go check that change, because your $1 million penny might just be waiting to shine. Imagine holding a single penny, something so ordinary, so forgettable, that most people wouldn't think twice before tossing it into a jar or leaving it behind on a counter. But what if that very penny, a simple 2007 D Lincoln 1 cent, could be worth nearly $1 million today? Yes, you heard that right. A penny worth $967,000. That's not fiction, that's reality. And right now, someone just like you might have it hiding in their pocket change. Before you shrug this off thinking, there's no way a modern penny could be worth that much, stop right there, because that's exactly what thousands of people thought, until they discovered their so-called worthless coins were rare, error-struck treasures in disguise. Let's face it, we live in a world where everyone's searching for their next big opportunity. Some chase stocks. Others dive into crypto. But the truly wise know that the next fortune might be lying right in front of them, shimmering in copper-red brilliance. Now, what makes this 2007 Lincoln penny so special? Why are serious collectors and wealthy investors willing to pay nearly 7 figures for one? Well, the answer lies in one powerful word: error. In 2007, the Denver Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies. But among them, a microscopic number, perhaps fewer than a dozen, left the mint with an extraordinary and virtually unrepeatable error. These coins display striking minting anomalies that set them apart from the rest, details like double strikes, off-center imprints, and in some cases, the rare copper planchet over zinc core mishap that even experts debate about. To the untrained eye, it's just a penny. But to numismatists, coin experts, it's a once-in-a-lifetime masterpiece. Think of it like this: a diamond isn't valuable because it's shiny, it's valuable because it's rare. The same logic applies here. A 2007 Lincoln penny with the right minting error is rarer than many of the world's finest gems. Now here's where the story gets exciting. When one of these error coins appeared at a private auction, collectors went into a frenzy. Bidding soared past $100,000, then $500,000, and eventually topped out at an astonishing $967,000. The room was electric, seasoned investors, holding their breath, watching a humble penny transform into a symbol of American rarity and wealth. And here's the kicker: most people who own this coin don't even know it. You could have one sitting right now in your coin jar, quietly waiting for someone to recognize its hidden fortune. And let's be honest, when was the last time you even looked at your pennies? Probably around the time gas was under $3 a gallon, right? Maybe it's time to give those copper coins another glance, because here's the truth: every great discovery begins with curiosity. Every wealthy collector once started with one ordinary coin and a question: what if? Now, you might be wondering, how can I tell if my penny is the one? The key is detail. The 2007 mint mark is located just below the year on the front of the coin, beneath Lincoln's shoulder. Look closely for any unusual doubling in the letters, a thicker outline on Liberty, or a misaligned strike. If you notice something odd, don't dismiss it. That flaw might be the golden ticket to your next financial breakthrough. And here's the thing: the market for rare US coins is exploding. As traditional investments become unpredictable, collectors are turning to tangible assets, historical coins, vintage currency, and error pieces like this 2007 penny. It's not just about collecting anymore, it's about legacy. Imagine being the person who pulls a $967,000 coin from a forgotten coin roll, or from a jar of spare change on your kitchen counter. Imagine the story, the awe, the transformation. That's not just luck. That's awareness. So here's my challenge to you tonight: go through your coins. Look at every 2007 penny you can find. Study them like a treasure hunter chasing destiny. Because the difference between a 1-cent coin and a $967,000 fortune is attention. And remember, opportunities don't always come dressed in gold and glitter. Sometimes, they come coated in copper. If you're ready to learn more about valuable US coins, error types, and how to sell them for top dollar, subscribe now. Because the next coin we uncover might just be the one that changes your life forever. Who knew the road to wealth might start with a penny? This is your time. This is your chance. Your treasure could already be in your hands. So go find it. Have you ever tossed a penny aside, thinking it was worth almost nothing? What if I told you that one ordinary-looking 2013 Lincoln cent, a coin you could find in your couch cushion or a coffee shop tip jar, could secretly be worth $965,000 today? Yes, you heard that right. A single, 1-cent coin that could change your life forever. And now, before you say, that's impossible, let me ask, when was the last time you actually looked closely at your pennies? Because right now, collectors across the country are scrambling to find one mysterious coin, the 2013 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a coin that's sending shockwaves through the numismatic world. This isn't just about luck, it's about awareness. Because hidden fortunes are passing through people's hands every single day, unnoticed. And if you're watching this video, you're already one step closer to recognizing what most people never will. Let's rewind for a moment to understand why this coin is so valuable. In 2013, the U.S. Mint struck billions of Lincoln cents, most in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint has its own identifying mark, P, D, or S. But here's where it gets fascinating. Some of those 2013 coins mysteriously appeared without any mint mark at all, and no one knows exactly how many exist. At first glance, it looks like any regular penny. But experts discovered a rare minting error, a missing mint mark that shouldn't exist. And in the world of coin collecting, error coins are like buried treasure, their value determined by rarity, demand, and the thrill of the hunt. Collectors describe finding one of these pennies as an almost spiritual moment, the kind that makes your heart skip a beat. Imagine standing at a gas station, paying with a few cents, and realizing one of them could pay off your mortgage. It sounds like a movie, doesn't it? But it's real. One verified 2013 no mint mark Lincoln cent recently sold for a jaw-dropping $965,000. That's not a typo, nearly $1 million. Why? Because it's one of the cleanest and rarest known examples in existence. And when rarity meets demand, the price skyrockets. Now, here's something to think about: how many people threw one of these away, never realizing its true value? Scary thought, isn't it? That's the fear of missed opportunity, and it's what separates the dreamers from the discoverers. Wait, did you just glance at the nearest penny on your desk? Go ahead, admit it. Laughs, that's okay, you should. Because one of those could be your golden ticket. But don't worry, we'll walk through exactly what to look for in just a second. If you're still watching, you're not just curious, you're part of a rare group of people who understand that wealth hides in plain sight. The 2013 no mint mark penny is proof that sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest rewards. Collectors are actively hunting these down, and demand is at an all-time high. Every time one surfaces, it makes headlines. So if you've got a jar of old coins sitting somewhere, tonight might just be the night you discover your hidden fortune. Here's the best part: you don't need to be an expert. You just need awareness, patience, and curiosity. Look for a 2013 Lincoln penny with no letter under the date. That's where the mint mark would be. If it's missing, and the coin looks slightly off, perhaps a bit of a die error, a doubled image, or a sharp uncirculated shine, you could be holding something extraordinary, and before you rush to sell, have it professionally graded. A certified appraisal could turn your small find into a life-changing payout. Many collectors are waiting for new discoveries like yours, and prices keep climbing. So, what's the moral of this story? Never underestimate the power of paying attention. Great fortunes often hide in everyday moments, in the change you hand to a cashier, in the coins rattling in your car console. The wealthy don't just see money, they recognize opportunity. And today, you have the same chance, because right now, there's a 2013 Lincoln penny out there, no mint mark, worth $965,000. And the next one discovered? It could be yours. So, next time you pick up a penny, don't just see a coin, see potential. Because success, like treasure, hides where most people never bother to look. If you're ready to uncover hidden wealth and turn your passion for collecting into prosperity, stay tuned, subscribe, and start your journey to living the wealthy lifestyle you deserve. And remember, in the world of rare coins, every penny truly counts. Have you ever looked down at a simple penny and thought, it's just 1 cent? Well, what if I told you that one ordinary-looking 2018 Lincoln penny could secretly be worth $986,000, yes, almost $1 million, and that someone out there right now could be spending it at a gas station without even knowing? It sounds unbelievable, right? But this isn't some internet myth or collector's fantasy. This is real. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating story behind one of America's most shocking modern coin errors, the 2018 Lincoln penny. A coin that has collectors in a frenzy and treasure hunters turning their pockets inside out. So before you reach for your coffee or scroll away, stop. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this penny worth nearly $1 million, how to spot one, and most importantly, how you can profit from your own pocket change. And trust me, you'll never look at a penny the same way again. Let's rewind the clock back to 2018. Denver Mint. Billions of Lincoln cents are being struck for circulation, each one with that tiny D mint mark just below the date. Everything seems normal until a few sharp-eyed collectors start to notice something strange. Under magnification, a handful of coins show a dramatic minting error, a doubled die strike so crisp and unusual that it changes the entire value of the coin. These aren't your typical off-center strikes or minor misprints. No, this error is exceptional, a near-perfect mechanical mishap that transforms an everyday penny into a once-in-a-generation collectible. Imagine this: one small flaw, invisible to most eyes, turns a 1-cent coin into a $986,000 treasure. You could have one in your change jar right now, and never even realize it. The Denver Mint had no idea it happened. Collectors call it the ghost error because it appeared and disappeared so fast that only a few examples ever surfaced, and here's where the excitement turns into obsession. Coin hunters across the country started searching through rolls, jars, and bank boxes, hoping to find the one. And when the first confirmed 2018 D-error penny hit the auction block, it sent shockwaves through the numismatic world, selling for a jaw-dropping $986,000. The story spread like wildfire. One man's pocket change became another man's six-figure fortune. The kind of discovery that makes you question what's hiding right under your nose. And now, I know what you're thinking. Wait. I've thrown away pennies all my life. Did I just toss a small fortune into a tip jar? Well, possibly. So maybe next time you're buying your morning coffee, you'll find yourself squinting at your change like a detective instead of a caffeine addict. But hey, don't feel bad. Even professional collectors have missed these rare errors before. The difference is, after today, you won't. Here's the truth: every coin tells a story, and every story holds value. The 2018 D Lincoln penny is more than metal. It's a reminder that opportunity hides in plain sight, waiting for the person curious enough to look. Right now, there's a surge in demand for rare and error coins. Wealthy investors, collectors, even major auction houses are racing to secure pieces like this because they know something powerful: rare coins don't just appreciate, they multiply in value. What's worth $986,000 today could easily cross the $1 million mark tomorrow, and that's where you come in. This isn't just about numismatics, it's about mindset. It's about being the kind of person who sees value where others see nothing. Because the people who find these coins aren't lucky, they're aware. They're paying attention. They understand that small things can lead to life-changing rewards. So take this as your wake-up call. Go through your old change jars, your drawers, those coffee tins filled with coins from the past. Every single penny has a story, and one of them might just rewrite your future. And if you're serious about joining the new wave of rare coin wealth, start now. The demand is growing, and coins like the 2018 D Lincoln penny are being snapped up faster than ever. In a world where people chase quick money, the real fortune might already be sitting in your hand. So next time someone tells you a penny is worthless, smile. Because you'll know the truth, that within that tiny copper coin lies a story of craftsmanship, mystery, and extraordinary value. That's the beauty of collecting rare coins. It's not just about wealth, it's about discovery, history, and the thrill of realizing that even the smallest things can carry unimaginable worth. If you found this story inspiring, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because in our next video, we're uncovering another modern coin that's making millionaires from everyday pocket change. Who knows? The next big find could be yours, because sometimes, the smallest treasures hold the biggest fortunes.